Hey Mad family, here's the NAB home loan review. One of the most exciting things about NAB is they're really good at using your current owner-occupied property to help you buy a commercial property. So in this video, we'll be covering NAB's policy information, who they're best for and who they aren't for, unique product features, and I'll be testing the customer service line. We're not paid to do these reviews. These are our honest opinions and stories. So let's go NAB ourselves a home loan review. So here's some general information. NAB's approval time is roughly around 2 to 3 days, and they can offer pretty competitive rates, but you're gonna need to negotiate. So ignore the carded rates. This is where a broker goes into the pricing tool system with NAB and requests a discount off the carded rate. Normally, a lot of smaller tier lenders just provide you the cheapest rate possible they can offer. But normally with the major lenders, you need to apply for a discount in order to get the cheapest rate possible with them. So that's why you need to get the right broker to price it up for you. Here's a prime example on their site. NAB's advertised basic variable loan and a variable loan with an offset account. But the difference in interest is almost 1.7%. There is no need for you to pay this increase in rate just to get an offset account. Moving on to special offers. NAB offers a $2,000 refinance bonus. This is an okay amount, although there are other banks offering $3,000 to $4,000. NAB's really good though because they have a minimum loan amount required of $250,000. And apart from this, NAB don't really have any unique special offers, but they are very active in participating in government grants and incentives. For instance, they are doing the first home guarantee and family home guarantee. So part of our panel, the only banks that are doing that is CBA, NAB, and Auswide Bank. So there are limitations to which banks offer this, and I think it's a beautiful scheme, especially if you are a first home buyer and you can get away with a 5% deposit plus fees in order to be able to get into the market. But just be a bit careful. There are restrictions. Joint income can't be more than $200,000. You can't have a 20% deposit just sitting in your bank account. You refuse to use it all, and you only want to use 5% to take advantage of this. And also, you have to be a Australian citizen. So a lot of people who are currently on visas are not eligible, unfortunately. So what about their policy? Let's start with the good stuff. NAB is offering no LMI for up to 90%, uniquely for vets and optometrists, which is awesome. Generally, if you don't have a 20% deposit, you have to pay lender's mortgage insurance. But in this case, you only need 10% plus fees to get away from paying lender's mortgage insurance, which is just a one-off fee. NAB is really good for self-employed people that will look at the most recent year in isolation, even use projections sometimes for the right kind of business. NAB have a really lenient cash out policy. So if you decide to draw from your home loan, there's not too many hurdles and you can use it for various personal reasons. This is great for people looking to have flexible use with their money, such as investors. As noted before, guys, NAB is a really good bank for self-employed clients and for commercial lending. So NAB is one of the few banks that will use up to 100% of your residential home loan value in order to contribute towards purchasing a commercial property for owner-occupied use. For example, if you're running an electrical company and you need a warehouse to store your stuff, that's where you could look at lending through NAB. Let's just say your property, your residential property is worth $1 million and you have your loan at $500,000. They will give you that $500,000 to contribute towards your owner-occupied commercial property. A lot of banks will cap it at 80% of your property value. So that's something that's really cool and has definitely helped clients get into that commercial space. Now here's some things that aren't great about their policy. First up, NAB won't do guarantor loans. Another downside to NAB is they do tend to cheap out on valuations. Most banks do physical in-person valuations when assessing your property, but NAB will instead do a curbside valuation where they basically just drive past your house and assess it. Won't even go past the front fence or get out of the car. Or they will do a desktop valuation where they don't even leave the office, just check on the property online. The issue in these valuations can be more conservative, which would result in a lower valuation, hence a low amount you can borrow. As Australians, we love doing renovations. But if we do any improvements to the property, instead of the bank sending someone out to value your property, you have to go through the tedious process of sending detailed photos and specific paperwork. I really do find that NAB is awesome at business banking. They've got a beautiful business banking team. They're probably the best bank in Australia for business banking clients. And finally, they're not good if you're looking to get a loan above 90% LMI. They will only accept you if you have a really clean, really good credit score. So with that in mind, who is NAB good for? I think NAB is a good consideration for business owners and entrepreneurial type people. That's pretty much who NAB is trying to target and attract right now. But I'd love to hear your experience or questions in the comments below. We'll be replying to all of them. And until then, have a mad day.